So this story happened exactly 1 year ago, and in fact might have been one of the best decisions I have ever made in my entire life, because it took me only 3 days for me to quit my job at McDonald's. And you're probably thinking, 3 days? You couldn't even make it past a month? Well, listen, I'm about to tell you why it only took me 3 days for me to quit. Because if you were there, trust me, you wouldn't be able to talk shit about me, alright? So let's get into it, shall we? I had just finished my first year of college and I was very bored at home. On a daily basis, I was just eating, sleeping, exercising, and watching anime. I know, tragic. And one day I got up and said to myself, you know what? I could use a job. Yeah, get some money. And in a lot of ways, it would keep me from being home all day and feeling like a disappointment. Because for some reason, when you're in high school, you're your parents' little scholar. But as soon as you graduate, you just become that nigga that just walks around the house and takes up space and looks like a scavenger going in the pantry while your parents are like, you're always eating up all the food. How about you go pay some bills? Every day I gotta go to the supermarket. Every single day I gotta go to the supermarket. Wow. And they said your parents love me unconditionally. Now, this wouldn't be my first job. As some of you know, I moved from New York to Texas in the summer of 2019 after I graduated high school. And in 2018, I was an intern for the fire department of New York City as a mechanic. And you may be thinking, how did you get that? Well, I went to a technical high school that could be classified as a trade school, and because of my versatility when it came to using tools, I was granted a spot on the internship list after doing an interview. I was making bank, boy, for that summer, like almost $20 an hour for a 17-year-old. So now that you can see my background history, you can call me a mechanic, a handyman. 4 years and some experience in the real world had me feeling overqualified. But there was one problem. I lived in a suburban area in Texas, not too far from the city, but a good drive away, and I did not have a car. So I had to apply to jobs in my area. So I'm clicking away, applying to every job I saw. Home Depot, Walmart, Costco, pretty much every job I saw. And then I saw McDonald's. Now, the title of the job said, looking for a maintenance man, achieving and maintaining. That's all I saw. I didn't look any further. In my head, I was thinking, this job requires somebody to fix things. Okay. I filled out the form and got a call a day later asking if I could come in for an interview, which I got on the spot, starting off at about 11 an hour. The only problem was I had to work 5 days a week, 8 to 9 hours a day, and I had to be at work at 4 a.m. every day. This was a minor problem because I was about to start summer classes for college, and it would overlap into my class time. So I left the interview and went to the store to go get the right shoes and pants, and I started the very next day. Now when the first day came, I was a little taken aback because my dad dropped me off at 4 a.m. and no one was there. So I'm just standing there in the dark, wearing my uniform ready to work, when I get a tap on my shoulder from a guy wearing the same uniform as me. I introduced myself and he told me he would be guiding me in the maintenance process today. Cool. So the first day I was on a mission. I swept and mopped the floor, cleaned the toilets in the bathroom. I washed the rags in the back, and it was disgusting. Like, the work conditions in the back were absolutely terrible. Cracks in the ground, and I had to clean the fryer, and there was this green liquid dripping on the floor that looked like someone took their belly button and threw it on the floor. Like, what the is this? Like, this is not what I signed up for. I thought I'd be fixing problems, but at that moment, it made sense to me. I was a janitor, throwing out the trash in the back in a black smelly bag that weighs as much as a car battery. I was livid. I managed to get through the first day primarily off of excitement going in. And I just went home, showered, and had to get ready for day number 2. After I came home the first day, my dad asked me, "Hey son, how was your day?" And I was upset. I felt like I made a mistake in my job choice, and I voiced that to my dad. And I told him I felt like I was gonna quit. He could tell I was upset and tried to give me some words of encouragement, saying, "Son, this is a starter job. Try to stick it through. When you sweep those floors and wipe that table, say in your head, this is preparing me for the future. This is a starter job. I need this." Bruh. I was like, okay, Dad, let's try that. I go to work and the day was slow. I cleaned everything so fast that I was practically pretending to work because ain't shit to do when you're already done. So I'm there washing the fryer again and I hear yelling. My manager, a short, chubby Hispanic dude, is going off on this employee for helping another employee on the other side of the window who didn't know which order to give a customer in the drive-thru. From what I saw, this dude was yelling and taking his anger out front, right, and center because he just seemed unsatisfied with everyone's work. Even though everyone in the kitchen was giving it their all and the customers didn't seem to mind. They were all happy. We got good reception that day, you know? So I have about a couple more hours left in my shift and I began to mop the floor. And I have mopped it about 8 times already, trying to kill time. Then that green liquid dripped again, but this time it was dripping at an alarming rate, making my skin itch because it looked like there was one big ass belly button on the floor. Like, I had to mop it and it just made a certain sound that just made my skin itch. So I'm there mopping the floor like, okay, this job is preparing me for the future. This job is preparing me for the future. This job is preparing me for the... Fuck this! I'm out! I throw the mop down. Go into my manager's office, make up some excuse on the spot as to why I can't work. And before I left, he was just like, what a disappointment. Bruh. And in my head, I'm like, you because this dude was bugging out, got me cleaning belly buttons off the floor. I went home, told my dad the news. I had to go work another shift the next day, so I just did and returned my stuff and left. I never went back to that McDonald's ever again. Not even to eat because I don't eat McDonald's like at all. And yeah, that's the end of the story. Moral of the story: before you get into any job or activity, analyze the situation. Understand what this thing or person is requiring of you and ask yourself, do you see yourself really doing this? And do you want to do this? The money will come, but if you find yourself in a state of uncertainty and the only thing fueling you is the money, don't go all in. Take a step back, reevaluate your options, and you will be happy because a bigger, better opportunity will come your way. Yeah. That sounded good. Yeah, thank you guys for watching another animated video. You guys are freaking amazing, man. You guys really enjoyed the last video, and I can't thank you guys so much for the love and support. I think you guys pushed it to about 39 likes, and we grew over 30 plus subscribers in about a week and a half. We're currently at 92, and if you guys would just share with a friend, like the video, share with a friend, but most importantly, subscribe if it truly made you smile, if it made you happy. If you want more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. We're only 8 subscribers away from hitting that 100 mark. Thank you guys so much once more. I would also like to thank the people who have been, DMing me on Instagram, giving me good feedback. Also telling me to keep up the good work, guys. It was not easy. The power outage in Texas made me lose about 4 hours plus of animation. Some of my best animated work gone because you guys will just never see it because power in Texas just was non-existent due to the weather. But you know what, it's cool. By the grace of God, I was still able to get this video out, so thank baby Jesus. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. See y'all in the next video.